and welcome to episode number 48 of Common Chaos Live with me, Christian Rauchenwald, the weekly episode where we take a look at the comments that I receive on my YouTube channel to answer the questions that you guys might have or that others have, and that hopefully also help you get answers to what you would like to know. As always, usual disclaimer applies. Everything that I share in this live stream / video, depending if you're watching it live right now or as a recording later, is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions, and make your own decisions. Yeah. And with that, I think we got everything covered, and we can jump straight into Agora Pulse, the tool we're using to manage to manage our social media platforms. You can find the link to it in the description down below. Now, since we right now have weekly episodes of Common Chaos Live, we have to scroll back a little bit to around 7 days ago of comments to see what we have here. I expect that, as usual, a lot of comments will be about Pi Network. Then we have the usual scam or spam. And yeah, let's check. Okay. 7 days ago, it's actually quite a pile this time. 7 days ago, there we go. Yeah. So we're just gonna rush through what's actually relevant, and then we're gonna cover a few of the things that happened in the last week that I didn't cover in a video so far. And we're gonna skip all the comments that are not really that relevant. So Good Dollar. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Good Dollar, it's like a web wallet or web thingy, like also 1 click a day. Remains to be seen if it will ever be really, really great or not, or useful or pay off. There are some, or there used to be a Facebook marketplace for Good Dollar, where people already made trades, but that marketplace was just flooded with scam offers. So yeah, it's like one of the projects that doesn't look like it will pay off, but again, it's just 1 click per day, so it's not really the worst choice. The question here from Adedokun Oluwaseun is, how can we transfer the Good Dollar to Trust Wallet? Well, you can't, because it's not if they have a blockchain in the background running already, it's not supported in any way. So you cannot send it to Trust Wallet. You can just have it in your Good Dollar account for now, and either there will be progress and eventually you can move it, sell it, trade it, whatever, or they won't. Yeah. Is Alpha Network a scam? Yeah, Alpha Network is definitely one of the weirdest projects in terms of actual proof that they run a blockchain and stuff like that. So a lot of things don't check out with Alpha Network since day one, but they are also one of the projects that somehow still constantly provided updates that actually are going in a direction that's good for the user and not just good for the team, with, for example, the most recent one being their alpha auctions, and before that their, in quotes, alpha exchange. So people actually already make money from Alpha Network, but they don't, but it takes some time. So like, especially with the exchange, with the auctions, it goes faster if you have a big enough balance to win an auction, and you basically within a day win the auction and you get the USDT to withdraw. If you sell your alpha coin on the exchange, it just takes weeks or months before it's sold, because there is right now not a lot of reasons for people to buy. And obviously on an exchange, it's about supply and demand. So if 10 people want to sell but only 1 person wants to buy, well then it's not gonna go very fast for the sellers. Yeah. Make a video on Pi Network. Well, I looked it up. Like, I already made 34 videos about Pi Network, so I didn't think that it's that many, but yeah, here we are, 34 videos already. Those are all replies, so we're gonna ignore them for now. Are you interested in making a video of Pi Network D-App workforce pool? Yeah, it's one of the potential use cases for Pi. I haven't looked in detail at it yet, but I probably will. And then depending on that, we'll make a video about that as well. Sending Pi coins. Yeah, so like, what address did you paste? Mine says invalid address. Yeah, honestly, cannot imagine why it would say invalid address if you use the Pi wallet address from another user, because it works for everyone else out there, also works for me. That's some spam to get viewers. What's over? No idea. So yeah. Traf Monetizer, how much data is $1? And for Traf Monetizer, it's actually 10 cents per gigabyte of data shared. There are projects out there. That cover that offer higher rates, but at the end of the day, running Traf Monetizer parallel with other bandwidth sharing apps like Honeygain and so on still makes sense, because even though Traf Monetizer for me is the slowest earner, we get one payout per year, so it's an extra $10 per year. It's definitely not a fortune or anything that makes me rich or will make you rich. Maybe in your country the demand is higher and you make 2 payouts per year or so. But again, if you run it anyway parallel with other apps that have payouts every month, every second month, and so on, it still is an extra $10 that you otherwise wouldn't have. Yeah. Adventures with Ivy asks if I will be talking about Heidel on this live stream. Yeah, we will cover it. We rush through the comments real quick, and then we will actually cover the latest news from Heidel as well. And anyway, like anything you guys want to talk about, you can just ask in the chat. We usually keep it this way. We go through the comments, unless one chat message already fits in between really well. And then at the end, once we're done with the comments, we discuss whatever is asked in the chat if I haven't already answered it based on the comments. Yeah. So Alpha Network, Alpha Auctions, the question is, do the top 10 bidders win or only the top 1? Well, it's an auction where only the highest bidder wins. Yeah. There's some error. Can't find a wallet or exchange to send Alpha coin. Well, that's because there is literally no proof that they're actually running a blockchain, which is one of those things that I mentioned earlier, that there are so many things that just don't check out. But on the other hand, the project just moves along and constantly adds things, and not just things that make money for them, but actually also ways for users to make some money. So it's really, but until there is some actual proof of blockchain, I mean, other than you have the blockchain tab in the Alpha Network app, that pretends to be a blockchain. Yeah, there is no proof that any nodes are running, that it's decentralized or anything. So, but yeah, until there's actual proof that there's a real blockchain running, it's impossible to be listed or supported by any exchange or wallet. But again, like, so Alpha Network is really the project that baffles me the most, but at least it allows users to sell their Alpha coins, and they constantly, I don't know, they're moving in the right direction. For some weird reason, I still believe that the whole thing is like, at least right now, not running on a blockchain at all, but maybe someday it will. Maybe I'm wrong and it's just that they didn't release any proof about it. But yeah, anyway. Random comment. Is anyone else trying to complete step 2? Pi Network. Honestly, I haven't heard anyone having a problem with step 2, whichever one step 2 was. But yeah, like in general, if you have any technical issues or so, usually the best solution is obviously first try to, so with all of the apps, doesn't matter which app, first try restarting your phone, and then try, if you're connected with Wi-Fi, for example, turn off Wi-Fi and connect with your mobile data instead. In most or in many cases, that solves whatever issue you already might have. And if not, it's best to ask in the official channel. So whatever it is, like for Pi Network, there's, for example, a subreddit where you can post your issue. For other projects, they have official, whatever, Telegram communities and so on. So ask there, because you'll more likely get the right answer than on a YouTube channel. Yeah, same question. So I have completed all the process required, including the KYC, but no coins yet in my migrant wallet. Yeah, why? Pi Network, of course. So the migration, the last step of the mainnet checklist, is a manual process, so it doesn't happen automatically, and we do not know when the team does those migrations and when the next one will happen. And eventually that process will be automated. I know it's frustrating to wait, but we also have to consider that Pi Network, while it's moving super slow, it also so far actually delivered on everything that they planned. Yeah, that's about Sweatcoin. In case you guys don't know Sweatcoin, I'm actually gonna fire it up real quick. Wrong app, Sweatcoin. I'm gonna share the link with you. It's from last year, this video. Yeah. So, but I think Sweatcoin is one of the cool things. It's also still one of those, and switch to here. It's also still one of those things that, yeah, like appears legit to some extent, but also has some red flags. Yeah. But at the end of the day, for those of you that haven't seen the video that I just shared, or no, I didn't share the video, I shared the link to sign up for Sweatcoin. But Sweatcoin basically just counts your steps. So you see, I basically just got up recently and I have 95 steps today. And for those steps, you get sweat. Now, before that, and even now, you have the shop where you can use your sweat that you collected to get some vouchers. Yeah. Now there are some stories about like vouchers that then whatever, like where the online store where the voucher is from doesn't deliver or something like that. Yeah. So like not that I've verified those claims, but I've seen them, so I'm sharing them. Yeah. Which would make it like, what am I even gonna do with it? However, so like besides all of that, in my original video, I even point out that Sweatcoin isn't a cryptocurrency, or it wasn't a cryptocurrency, but maybe they will turn it into a cryptocurrency. And that's actually what happened, because now they have the Sweat wallet. And so for your steps, you actually get Sweat crypto. Yeah, it's not, I'm going to look it up on CoinMarketCap, how much it's trading at. I'm going to share it in a second as well with you guys. Sweat Economy is the token. It's on the Near blockchain. And you can actually transfer it from here. It's listed on Bitfinex, KuCoin, OKX, Bybit, Gate.io, Huobi, BitGet, and apparently Crypto.com also listed it. So I did not see that. Yeah, and you can then, so you just have the apps run. You have the apps installed, and they count your steps. And then you earn the crypto token Sweat, and you can put them in so-called grow boxes, which basically is staking. Yeah, and then, depending on what you have in your grow boxes, so you can see I don't know how much I have, so 35 here, 25 here, almost 200 here, blah, blah, blah. And then you have the reward section where basically you see, okay, there is a, whatever, like holiday for 2 years that they pay, so a $10,000 draw, $5 draw, near top up, blah, 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 $5. There, Xbox Series X. So, and they all have requirements. So how much you need to have staked to even participate. Yeah. So for example, this one I have enough because I have more than, I don't know, 1,000 staked. So I can go on unlocked, and I can then say here, enter here. Then there is usually a small entry freeze, so which is great because it means it also burns some of the supply every time you enter for a giveaway. And with that, you're then in that giveaway. Now, I have to be honest, I'm not super consistent with opting in for the giveaways. And the few I opted in so far, I haven't won anything. Yeah, so I don't have any proof yet that like the giveaways are actually 100% legit. The Sweatcoin team made some videos about it, or some streams or videos about like the draw, not all the draws, but about some of the draws. Yeah. And there is like 0.25 Ethereum per winner, for example, so I can opt in. The fee here is a little bit more, so it will burn 5 of my Sweat coins, yeah, Sweat Economy coins. And yeah, and then basically you just have to wait. So, and you can go down here and you see the finished price draws, and you can go and, for example, view results. But yeah, like, so we saw that there are like 10 winners, but we don't see who exactly is it. We have no 100% proof that the draws are happening outside of the ones that are shared as video streams or video recordings by the team. However, at the end of the day, what's cool about Sweatcoin is obviously it's zero effort. You don't even have to press a button once per day. You just have the app installed. You granted access to your health data so it can access your steps. And with that, for your steps, you get Sweat credited. They also would have paid plans that grant you then more steps, blah, 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 and so on. And but yeah, like overall, it's like if the apps are installed, you earn Sweat. You can use it in those reward draws, or if you say screw this, I don't want to deal with those draws that may or may not happen. Yeah. So again, I limited evidence for those that are actually happening. Well, then you can just collect your Sweat and then eventually send it to one exchange. Price probably doesn't look that great long term, like most cryptos lately. Yeah. But yeah, like it has a value. It's listed on exchanges, and yeah, like. Might take you, I don't know, might take you half a year depending on how much you move to earn a decent balance. Might take you 5 years to earn a decent balance. Doesn't really matter because it's zero effort. Even if you could literally forget about it and not deal with the draws or anything at all, as long as you sign up and link your Sweatcoin account with the Sweat wallet app. you'll earn the coins, which means then you will then be able to at some point redeem them. Yeah. Although I have to point out, like, probably here and there checking the app doesn't hurt, because as far as I recall, there recently was a community vote where the community decided to burn like 2 million inactive sweat coins. So that's probably users that never logged in again or so. Yeah. But yeah, so definitely cool app. And what can you do with the 5 coins? It depends. Again, you can either go for one of the vouchers, which may or may not be for the offer of a legit service. Yeah, so the vetting process of those offers apparently is not that great. Or you can install the Sweat wallet so that you actually earn the crypto token Sweat economy. And again, then there stake that or withdraw it to your own wallet that supports Near Wallet, or to an exchange that supports the Sweat economy token like crypto.com. Yeah. Need your help related to TimeStop? Yeah. Okay, that one also technical question. Best place to ask in the official TimeStop chat. How many days to sell for Alpha Network really varies. Right now it's going really, really slow. Especially, again, we have to consider, so like for the Alpha exchange in quotes, yeah, because since I'm not sure that Alpha Network is really running on a blockchain, I also don't think that this is a real exchange, but yeah, it works. I was able to withdraw money there, not once, but multiple times already. But if we take a look at it, we can see that the numbers of sell orders constantly keeps increasing. So there's another, whatever, since the last time we looked at it, I think another 3,000 sell orders. Well, there's maybe another 10 buy orders. Yeah, so selling is super slow. That's why the Alpha auctions is actually the better way in the app. I made a video about it. I'm gonna share the link real quick in a second. So Alpha auctions, Alpha. So there we go, Alpha auctions. Yeah, so they are basically, you just bid on a fixed amount of USDT that doesn't come from other users, but that comes from the team's budget, which probably comes from the advertising revenue. And then if you win that auction, you instantly get those USDT credited, and you can then withdraw it through the Alpha exchange, but you don't have to go through the selling process again, because it's already then USDT balance. Yeah. Please, Mr. Christian, how can I redeem my coin, please? On a video about a wallet, so not sure what he's talking about. Yeah. Alpha Network again has triple rewards for watching ads and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, Alpha Network, amazing coin. Yeah, not sure about that, but as I say, I wouldn't call the project amazing, but it's sure nice to get some extra money just for pressing a button once per day, even though if it's not money that makes you rich, to be honest. Yeah. So maybe in the future, again, like if they actually show here's a node software to run the whole thing decentralized or make it decentralized, and a few other things, then maybe Alpha Network could also price us. To be fair, from Alpha Network's beginnings, when I first made a video about them to now, they really, really surprised me a lot of times with like what they came up with. Yeah. So we'll see how it will go. Yeah. Would love to sell part of my Pi coins. Here's a reminder, selling or asking to buy Pi coins, not only do you risk getting your entire account banned, but you definitely get banned on my YouTube channel, because yeah, like it's against the rules. If you haven't learned anything from the 34 videos I made about Pi Network, then yeah. Anyway, why can I have access to the CoinX app? Yeah, CoinX, I think they still are only available on Android, and the project hasn't been moving in any direction. But it's again also just one of the things, you push a button once per day, and maybe someday it actually will be worth something or not. Can someone help me when I click option number 5 where it says get application, so for KYC? Yeah, Pi Network KYC you obviously have to do in the Pi browser, so you need the Pi browser app. So for those of you that forgot how it looks, Pi browser, and there in the where is it, last row on the left, it says kyz.pi, and you press that, and it will then tell you that you're either already verified, or it will tell you that you can start the process, or it will tell you that there's no slot available. And if it says there's no slot available, check exactly the video that you just saw here. I'm gonna share that. Pi no KYC slot. Yeah, so okay. Yeah, for me it's loading now, so never mind, but now you know where that button is. So switch back to the desktop, and yeah, something in some language that nobody understands here, or at least I don't. Yeah, then BondX. Is there a difference between bond points and token balance? Yes, I made a video about it, so not this one, but another video that actually clarifies the difference between it and what I think of it. Yeah, Bondex really one of the sad developments there. I don't know. I think the use case is great. It actually is similar to the Workforce Pi-D app marketplace, yeah, but just without Pi, but with their own currency. So to have a freelancer or a mix between LinkedIn, where you have like your resume and connect with other professionals, and freelancer platforms like Upwork, where you can either post a job or look for a job and then get paid through the platform and so on. And yeah, their switch from just changing whatever you have in the Bondex app as BNDX tokens suddenly to some in-app currency called bond points, with no specifics as to how and if you will be able to redeem those bond points for actual tokens in the future, is just such a bad and stupid decision, because obviously a lot of the community will now just leave the app behind. I still think the use case that Bondex has is great. So like the idea of having that combined marketplace, LinkedIn community and so on, but it remains to be seen. DJ Bomber says Bondex airdrop a scam. There is no Bondex airdrop. So there is simply no airdrop. There is like the planned launch of their tokens, which may happen this year, but more likely is next year. And all of that happens in the Bondex app. So there are no Bondex airdrops. So whatever you fell for is probably just a fake account that claims to be Bondex, like they are for every other project. Yeah. But good that you have a ledger and therefore probably didn't approve the transaction. So yeah, always be careful whenever there is something for free in quotes. Yeah. So an airdrop here or so. And then ask yourself, like, as soon as you have to confirm some kind of transaction or so, you have to wonder, like, why would you need to confirm a transaction when actually you should be getting something? Yeah, and you obviously somebody could send or airdrop you something by just knowing your address without confirming a transaction. Yeah, safest way, always double check if whatever Twitter account, Telegram account, or whatever is offering or promoting the airdrop, if it's actually the official channel or not. And even if it's the official channel, give it a couple hours or a couple days if there's an announcement before you actually jump in, because there's also always the chance that the official whatever Twitter account of a project gets hacked, and then scammers just share those fake airdrops to quickly scam a lot of the community. So always be cautious. If you're worried or so, or if you're not sure, you could also go ahead and create a new wallet address. Yeah. And then just use the new wallet to participate in the airdrop. So in case it turns out to be some random scam, there is nothing in that wallet that can be stolen from you. And in case it turns out it's legit, you can then transfer whatever coins you got airdropped to your main wallet as well. Yeah. So anyway, my balance was deducted after the update. Yeah, like the new update, it's one of the many things. I actually have Bondex on this phone. Yeah. So what up? We switched to Bondex. What up? So yeah, like one of the many things, first of all, what doesn't work anymore, there is no login with LinkedIn anymore in the new app. Second of all, the balance for many users is not accurate anymore. Third of all, instead of Bondex tokens, it now says bond points and so on, yeah. And the app itself is really there's already the job platform and so on. So there are a few things that are now better, but overall, I feel like the update is actually, or made a lot of things worse. If you cannot log in, or if you used to log in with LinkedIn, you can now log in with Google, for example. So if the Google account uses the same email that the LinkedIn account used, you can, probably also log in directly with the email and get then a verification code. And what was that? And balance was deducted. Yeah, everything is screwed up with the new update for many users. So give it a couple of weeks and then it should be fine again, hopefully. Or there's just so much that with the recent updates and change announcement from Bondex made the project one of the ones with made it go from one of the ones with the most potential to how the fuck did we even get there? Yeah. The link to fill the KYZ complaint form for people that cannot start KYZ. In general, if I'm talking about you have to go to this page, or you have to download this video, or not video, but this and that, or whatever, or you should, or there, blah, blah, blah. In 99% of those cases, all the links you need will always be in the video description. There might be the odd case where I missed to put a link there or so, but 99% of the cases, if you need something, then check the video description. Yeah. Is there any way to mine BNB or USDT? Yes, there is. In case you guys don't know it, there is something called unmineable, but that's only if you have like a computer for mining. Yeah. And basically how it works, it's similar to NiceHash. So it works in a way that you can actually, your computer is used to mine whatever coin, doesn't matter, but you get paid in whichever currency you picked. So you get paid in BNB, in Algorand, in ApeCoin, whatever you want, yeah. And there's also the website unmineable referral codes, because if you enter referral codes, you pay 25% less mining fees, which means you actually get paid out more, yeah. And there on unmineable referral codes, you see a list of the coins, and you can then basically just whatever say, okay, I'm gonna mine Litecoin, so I'm gonna grab the Litecoin referral code and put that in the referral code box for mining Litecoin, and therefore you will have like a 0.25% high, or like 25% less fees. So I think right now the fee is like 1 or 2%, so you actually earn more, yeah. And yeah, so that's about Litecoin, about like mining. And you can like literally, if you check unmineable, you will see that there is like a ton of like any kind of coin, like CRO and anything that you actually couldn't mine, because the way it works, again, your hardware is used to mine something, and the team compensates you in the token that you choose. Yeah. Blah blah blah. I don't know why that second comment here got removed, because while it says here removed by me, I definitely clicked on accept. But yeah, so like that's about High Dollar. Yeah, no, it's about Bondex. Sorry. Unfortunately, yet another project with a lot of empty promises. It's such a shame, but I suppose that it's the way the cookie crumbles. It just seems to be one project after the other reneging on all the empty promises they made many years ago. Thank you for the videos, though. We appreciate you keeping us up to date. Yeah. And then the part that I'm sorry, Marco Miklic, if you're looking in here, I definitely clicked on accept for your comment because I have no problem with it. Yeah. But somehow Agora Pulse, or maybe you removed it or YouTube removed it. I really have no idea. Yeah, like feel free to share the same comment again if it's important to you that it's visible. Well said. How to make profit from these projects? Be a part of the core team. Make videos about them, like Christian. I'm not bashing you for making videos. Your work is great, but there is no profit from these projects. Alpha B, Pi, Timeslope, Bondex, High, Phonium, Eagle, and profit so far 3 years $0. You can get some crumbs from Alpha Network, but unless you have a ton of referrals, you're still earning next to nothing. I'm not talking about Lambo or blah, 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 yeah. So, and the reason why I wouldn't remove the comment is because, like, it's not true. So, like, while you personally might have made $0, yeah, so let's go through it. We have Alpha Network where people can withdraw. Yes, the selling process on the exchange is slow, but at least during the first couple of weeks, users made decent, got decent payouts. Again, we're not talking about Lambos here, but they got some, not just pennies or so. And you can check if you check my Alpha Network withdrawal proof video, you'll find the link to the wallet address, and you can check all the payouts that they've made so far. So you will see that not only I'm the only one that was able to, I don't know, withdraw a couple $100 or so, yeah, but that there are other users as well that were able to withdraw. And not all of them have thousands of referrals, but just joined early or whatever, yeah. Now B Network, yeah, B Network is not moving anywhere with their B token, and they have their in-app thingies, yeah, so like their offer walls, where basically you complete some offer, like sign up for that game and make it to level 25, and then you get whatever $10 USDT, and the B Network team actually gets whatever $5, $15, doesn't matter, yeah. Although for me personally, those payouts there are not working right now, so it's something I've been looking into, but not as diligently as I should have. But yeah, users, they are also to some extent through offer walls making money. It's not the original purpose of the project, but I'm gonna count that as a like neutral. So Alpha Network Pro or Plus, people actually got money from there. B Network neutral because people get money, but not from the actual B token or something. Pi Network definitive plus because, as I've shared in multiple videos, where do we have it? Games for Pi, yeah. People that have their coins migrated already are spending them. So for everything from games, license keys, hardwares, everything literally. Saw a guy on Reddit buy a used MacBook, for example, with his Pi coins and so on. So people already get paid or get some benefit out of Pi coins. And we're not talking about pennies or cents or so. Personally, I got 2 games worth more than $100 so far with Pi coins. The used MacBook had a value of probably $400 to $600. Yeah, so and there have been a lot more transaction. Yeah, TimeStope. Yes, there is currently like no movement and a lot of confusion. And every time they write an update, it's like a whole book written in pure English. So yeah, there are definitely no results so far. Bondex, no results so far. High Dollar. Disagree. Yeah, while the project is completely mismanaged and the token value has been plummeting like forever, people still initially got a ton of rewards, and all you had to do is hold 100 high coins that you got yourself to unlock those rewards. And so like if you got 100 high and you had like 1,000 high in rewards, then the first month it would unlock 100. Then you stake those 100 that unlock. So next month 200 unlocked, and the month after that 400 unlock, and then you're actually already done with unlocking your 1,000 after 3 months or so. So a very, very small amount of high, with the minimum being 100, was needed to unlock really, really big amounts of high rewards. And those rewards people could then sell. Yeah, like I mean, they went to the vault and then released from there and so on. But so high definitely, while it didn't go the way as it was planned, but we're going to talk about high at the end a little bit more as well. Definitely also already paid off. Phonium, yeah, while they obviously, I stopped using them because they just keep like more or less rug pulling. Yeah, I think it's phone.dev, yeah. Because they changed from Phonium on the Ethereum blockchain to Phonium on the Tron blockchain, then suddenly introduced the new Phonium green token. And then what was the last straw for me was when they suddenly rebranded to Phone and reset their entire roadmap to make it look like they just started and again switched blockchains. So by that, basically screwing people that invested money. Yeah. However, if you're just using Phonium without investing money, and you basically just collect Phonium and grow your balance, you actually get money because it's their token is on the blockchain, it's listed on some exchanges, and you can sell it. It might not be a lot, but again, it's also one of the projects that's already paid off. And last but not least, the two that you mentioned here, Eagle Network and Ant Network, yeah, they are both not moving in any direction right now. But yeah, out of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 projects that you say are like all in quotes like not paying off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actually to some extent allow users to make money or allowed that in the past. And the other ones are just in a limbo. Yeah. So, but I think there it's also about like following the updates about the projects and not missing your window of opportunity. Like with Alpha Network, if people followed the updates and saw that the exchange launched again for the first 4 weeks to 6 weeks, the selling actually went decently fast. So that would have been the best time. And now with Alpha Auctions, probably still a good time. Bad YouTubers promote bad apps. I suggest we look elsewhere. This is a terrible channel. Yeah, well then why do we watch the videos? Yeah, clown. Like honestly, like bad YouTubers support bad apps. I completely disagree with that. Like I'm doing my best to share projects with you guys that have like zero risk involved, or little risk. So that's why we have like a lot of videos about like 1 click a day apps, because there is no risk. There is like literally just push a button and either it pays off or it doesn't. Yeah. I think like as far as YouTubers go, like bad YouTubers in quotes would cover any garbage that offers them money. Like, I don't know, like we every week get 1 or 2 requests from some shady crypto exchange if we would promote them for whatever that and that amount that they would pay us, plus potentially whatever 30% of what users lose there, or 50% of the transaction fees and so on, and other random products and so on. Yeah, and I think the difference between I wouldn't say good, but between an ethical content creator and somebody that just cares about their own pocket is which sponsorships they accept, or if they accept any. If you check my channel, you will see there is a few sponsorships, but it's usually then in terms of hardware. So like whatever, like Helium Network hotspots that I reviewed or so, because I got them for free. So I point out that I got them for free and so on. Anyway, yeah. Whoever doesn't like my content is free, obviously, to watch something else. There's a ton of other creators out there. Okay, so we are hugely over time today. I lost my authenticator key, so that's about high dollar. Yeah, sadly, again, we're gonna cover high dollar at the end a little bit, a couple minutes extra. And sent them an email. Yeah, there's like clear instructions. So the best place with high dollar is if you don't get an answer via email, which is only an acceptable channel if you have access or access issues. For everything else, you have to use the live chat in quotes in the app. But whatever issue you have, if you don't hear back from support, the official Telegram group is the place to point or ask moderators to look into it. Or it's dead, all right. I mean, I wouldn't say that Bondex is dead. It's just gonna be hard, or it's gonna be remaining, or we're gonna have to wait and see if there will be more details in the Bondex token versus bond points redemption process, and how the team moves forward. Yeah, like, so I wouldn't call it dead, but it's definitely a huge bump in the road from, hey guys, you're gonna get tokens, to, hey guys, well, you're gonna get some in-app garbage, and maybe at some point you'll get a certain ratio of tokens for it. Then their reward unlock, the other guy says the lockup setting for the reward pool is released monthly from the initial release. It will be released monthly for 72 months, which is not true, because the white paper states directly that the tokens are vested for 72 months with a 0-month cliff, meaning the unlock starts 100% at 72 months, blah, blah, blah. Should bring in the CEO of Bondex. Honestly, as I said there, that it's a lot of effort. So conducting interviews is a lot of effort, because people also don't want to jump on an interview where they know in advance that I would bash them with questions that they don't like to answer. But on top of that, it's just such an additional time effort. And since this YouTube channel is not my main job or purpose or whatever, but just a hobby on the side, don't have the time for that. Like, the Bondex team is obviously welcome to always, they can at any time make an official statement that refutes some of the conclusions that I'm drawing based on the information that they share. And if they do that, I will then obviously consider that and cover it in videos and so on. But no time for interviews. How many times does it take website to convert alpha coins to USDT? So supply and demand. Currently a lot of supply, no demand. Star Network, the ads are making it too much look like a scam. I mean, all of those projects have ads. However, in Star Network, you can also, once the ad starts playing, you can just quit the app and open it again, and you don't have to actually finish watching the ad. Saves you time, doesn't make the project any money because you don't watch the ad at all. But I don't think in a free project that ads are any indicator for scam or no scam, because every project developer has to actually somehow fund the development. Hi Christian, please let me know if my security circle members are not using the Pi network and didn't complete KYC verification, and how can I transfer my unverified ballots into a wallet or verified ballots? Thank you. Basically, in Pi network, all the coins that are from unverified users, so if the user did not complete KYC, you don't get them. So only from people that did KYC. So if you have, like in my case, for example, so I know that in some of my videos you see that I have a relatively high PiCoin balance in the app, but considering that only around 10% of people stay active using the app, 90% of that I will never see. So because the majority of people just forgot about the app, didn't complete KYC, blah blah blah, and so on. So that's why if you have another now I lost my train of thought. So that's why if you have a bunch of referrals and you actually have a way to talk to them, like to incentivize them, like tell them, okay, complete KYC, maybe show them one or two of the videos that I made about like actually using Pi coins already, so they see if they pass KYC, they will eventually get their coins and they will be able to use them to buy stuff. Then maybe that helps. There we have another hater that managed to get hidden on the channel. So blah blah blah. I can't complete my KYC. Again, we made the video about it. I shared it earlier in the chat already. Nice. What's the percentage monthly on Bondex points? How much can we withdraw monthly? Well, nothing, because the tokens release after 6 years. If I tried bidding in the auctions, yes, I tried bidding, but just for the purpose of bidding, but not for the purpose of winning. So considering that I have payout proof from the exchange itself, I'm like 99% certain that the auction's also working properly. So, but I have no interest in bidding. For those of you that are wondering, I'm going to switch to the iPhone real quick again and look for Alpha. Oops, wrong button there. So Alpha Network. So if we check the auctions, you can see that they're blah, blah, blah. Yeah, for me, most of them are unavailable, in case you're wondering, because I'm on tier 7, so I can only opt in on tier 7 auctions. If you're on tier 1, you can opt in on tier 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. And you can see that the bids are getting much lower. If you check out the video that I made originally, there the bids were still higher, so that the amounts that you had to bid to actually win something. But now, basically, right now, if you could bid, if you have more than 3,500 Alpha coin, you could bid on the tier 1 auction, and you're in tier 1, and would be the leader of the auction for now, at least. So looking like you have a decent chance of winning the 10 USDT. Yeah, and even here, like tier 4, 25 USDT, the bid currently stands at 8,500. Yeah. So, and on the tier 7, which is there's another tier 8 that I don't know how you get to because it's mysterious. But even here on tier 8, it's like 100,000 Alpha coin to become the winning bid right now for 40 USDT. Now, the important part here is, however, every time you bid, the timer gets extended, so you cannot just wait till the last second, which I think is a really, really cool mechanism. Yeah. And so obviously the final bid in the end might be, instead of 100,000, like 200 or even 300,000 for the highest one, and might be 10,000 for the $10 offer. Yeah. But at the end of the day, it's like right now the fastest way to convert your Alpha coin into money. Yeah. And back we go. How about real cash? Not sure what that guy is talking about. Yeah, but did I get a reply here? Based on the ads, it generates cash. This is why I tried. Yeah, like, okay, clearly not understanding that you can convert the XYO tokens on Coinbase to real cash or fiat. Yeah, I mean, real is relative there. Yeah, what if, also about CoinApp, what if I have phones take our extras? So if you have extra phones that are plugged in, blah, blah, blah. As I shared in the comments, so if you have spare phones that just are laying around, it's definitely not worth to get one of the paid plans, because if you don't move, you don't earn that much. However, what you can then get is the Sentinel X BLE, the Bluetooth dongle that gives you on the free plan a 12 times earnings boost. And then your phone will make around, like I mentioned here in the comment, in the reply, around $60 per year. Yeah, and if you then on the phone also install like Honeygain and Repocket and all the other bandwidth sharing apps, then you turn those $60 per year into, I don't know, $200, $250 per year, depending on your country, just for having a phone plugged in and somewhere on a desk. And all you need is that phone and the Sentinel X BLE dongle. And that dongle, if you buy it new, it's around $50. If you buy it used on eBay, it's probably $30. So it's like the return of investment there is also great. Doesn't make you rich, an extra $200 per year, but an extra $200 per year for just having a phone on your desk is also nice to have. Yeah. How much can we withdraw monthly from Bondex? Again, we already saw that. Yeah, obviously nothing, because there is no token launch yet. That we already saw as well. I have a question. If I ever withdrew, I mean, you literally watch a video that is showing the withdrawal proof of USDT to my wallet, and then obviously I could convert those USDT at any time. Okay, yeah, KYZ not reacting, again, technical issues, blah, blah, blah. YouTube promote bets apps, yeah, we already saw that. I have Picoins, how and where to buy something. Yeah, that's an old video. No, that's actually a new video that shows how and where to buy something. That's one of the things that baffles me, and I don't mind answering questions and so on, and especially if people cannot find the right video that covers it. But it's so frustrating. It always feels like if I were to make a video like how to change a light bulb, then the comments would be, how can I change a light bulb? Yeah, like, and it just baffles me. Anyway, with that, we have the comments covered. Now, we said we're gonna quickly take a look at Hi as well. And what is there in news in Hi? First of all, Hi. Oh yeah, now that the sharing stopped. Sorry. Where's the X? Okay, don't need that anymore. Yeah. Anyway, don't need to share the phone anymore. Can you please just leave me alone? I've read. Yeah. Leave me alone. And can you? Yep. Okay, wrong button. So what did we have? Hai had an announcement, or actually Hai didn't have an announcement, but where do we have them? Animoca, yeah, Animoca, I always forget the name. Yeah, let's proceed. Yeah, so obviously Hai's value has been, if we look long term, it's been like going down, 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 down. If we look shorter, it's been going down, 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 down. If we look on 1 month, it actually, we have a spike here, and that's when there was an announcement that Animoca brands will or might invest 30 million into Hai, yeah, which is a great thing. However, there are a few things to consider. Yeah, whoever thinks now that they will buy $30 million worth of Hai tokens is wrong, because this is an equity investment. So they actually give $30 million or up to $30 million to the Hai business. So, which obviously is great because it funds the operations, it allows them to hire more staff and actually work on development and so on. And in return, they get a share of the business, so whatever share it is. However, so that's the first thing. So there might be part of the agreement that they invest a couple, whatever, $1 million, $500,000, $5 million or whatever of that, and actually to buy tokens. But that's not the case here. And the second important part is this here. Subject to agreement of definitive terms. So they haven't agreed yet on the specifics. And if they don't agree, or if they don't manage to agree on the specifics, then there will be zero investment. So it's just that they have, okay, we plan to do that. Yeah, if we can agree on some terms, we will invest those 30 million in whatever way we agree on doing all of it. Yeah, but if they cannot agree on that, because maybe Animoca brands wants more control than the current Hai management is willing to give away, then that whole deal will just bust. Yeah, so I'm not to spread fat here, but it's important because I see people sharing this piece of news as if it there. Hai, Animoca invests 30 million in Hai. Yeah, not true. Animoca has the intent to invest 30 million in the company, but only if they can make that agreement. Yeah. Still bullish news, of course, yeah, because it's like Animoca is one of the biggest players in, yeah, like NFT spaces and so on, and crypto games and whatnot, yeah. So it's definitely overall good news, but it doesn't change any of the problems that the project has. So it doesn't change that the spend to earn isn't working yet. It doesn't change that the debit cards, so the physical and the virtual ones, still suffer from timeout issues. It doesn't change that the support from Hai is horrible, because either they're completely understaffed, or for whatever reason people have to so often escalate things through the Telegram chat to actually get a reply. Yeah, so like that's the good news we have. It's still good news, but and if they get that money, it obviously can change a lot, because 30 million, it means you can hire more developers, you can hire more support agents, yeah, so you can actually get more done. However, even that does not help if the product doesn't get competitive anymore, because if we look at Hai.com and go here, products, debit card, and then let's drag that here and then get a new window up here, and we look on Bluetooth. Oops, wanted to drag that here. Yeah, and so so yeah, so and Bluetooth, products, rewards, Bluetooth rewards, no plans, that's where it's at. Yeah, so at Bluetooth, if you have their free plans, so it doesn't cost you anything, no investment. I think you just have like a $10 or $5 fee for getting the card one time, and you get 3% back in crypto. You can select one perk and everything works reliably. Yeah, for the 3% back for up to 250 euro per month spent. So it's not a lot, because that means you get around 9 euro per month in cash back, or a little less. Yeah, but for €4.99 per month, you already get that up to 2,000 euro, which is probably enough for most people, plus 2 perks. So for example, Netflix and Amazon Prime, or 10 euro per month or $12 per month at the local grocery store from that and that brand, and so on, for $5.99. Yeah, all of that works reliably. And if you own Bluetooth, so you can see here, the highest tier would require 2,600 PLU. Now, if we check on CoinMarketCap, for Pluton, then you can see $7.53. So $7.53 times 2,600. So for $20,000, you'll actually get 8% cash back, 8 perks, and those don't have to be locked up. They can be in your wallet, so they don't have to be on a centralized account or so, but in your wallet so that you can sell them at any time for 8% and 8 perks. Yeah. Now, if we take a look at Platinum, in high right now, you need 1,000 points to get up to 10%, but you only get those 10% if you pay with high, which is a feature that isn't even supported yet. Although the changes were introduced 2 months ago, that feature is not there yet. Yeah. Which means there will be a spread. So you have to buy high first, and then when you pay with your card, it gets sold again. So you probably have 2% spread. So Platinum probably compares to the gold thing here. Yeah. And if we now high membership points, yeah. So, and you need 1,000 points for this. Yeah. So Platinum roughly equals the gold plan here, with the difference that also here you get 5 perks, here you get 8 perks, blah, blah, blah. And Plutus works with Curve, the high card doesn't, blah, blah, blah. So, but we would need 1,000 points. Now, to get 1,000 points, you would need to buy $1 million worth of high, and it's staked for a year, but you only get the points for half a year. So after 6 months, you would have to buy another 1 million. Yeah. Or for example, yeah. Or what gives us here? Yeah. So, oh, that's for buying. Yeah. So, but it also gets staked. If you, other than that, if you already have high and you stake it in the app, if you stake 1 million, you get 500 points. So it actually would require, and you stake it for a year, but the points are valid for half a year. You stake it for half a year, the points are only valid for 60 days. So if you take that option here, you would actually need to stake 4 million. Yeah. Okay, what else do we have here? Stake other crypto on the app. Okay, for every $1 million you stake for a year, you get 200 points for half a year. So if you go that route, you need 8 million. Yeah. Again, here we need 20,000 to get 8% cash back. We don't have to hold it on Plutus, but in our own wallet and so on. Yeah. Monthly trading volume. If you trade on average 10 million, yeah, so that gets you 500 point. Monthly average assets. If you say you trade 10 million per month in the high app, which obviously not the trading fees are not the best on the market. Yeah, I mean, maybe someday they will improve, but right now there are other exchanges that have better usability and better fees. If you do that, so you trade 10 million and you have 10 million on average in your flexible balance, well, that gets you 1,000 points and would get you then the same 8% cash back that you can get at Plutus for 20,000 that you just hold in PLU tokens. So, so that's kind of like the core thing right now. So while the investment from Animoca Brands is obviously great and gives high money to work with and so on, and fix everything that's broken or not working properly, hopefully. But if the product isn't competitive, it doesn't matter how good it looks. Yeah, like the IBAN accounts that High has, while it's great that they have IBAN accounts, Plutus will actually switching to their IBAN accounts, but Plutus doesn't plan, or at least right now doesn't, I'm not aware of that they plan banking features, whereas High plans to do that, but there are no banking features right now. Like there's like you deposit money, you can withdraw money, and you can send money to other accounts, but it's not some intuitive banking like you would, or experience like you would be expecting from an banking service. Yeah. Their cards, again, like you get more cash back from Plutus for free than you would get from High right now, with relatively ridiculously high requirements. The High cards don't support Curve anymore, which is a huge issue when we talk about debit cards, because if you don't have enough money on the card, you cannot use it. However, with Plutus, I don't need money on the card. I use Curve, and then I use my regular credit card. And then once per week, I look how much I spent. I add that money to Plutus, and then I transfer all the transactions to get the cash back still. So there's just like a lot of things. Like then on top of that, I mean, High now has their new head of marketing or chief of marketing. Yeah, so CMO. And like the first thing that he did right now after a couple of weeks is basically they now launched or announced that there will be the merchandise. We might see it in the news. Let's check real quick. So let's check that I actually can also check. Where was it? Help Center security fees limit, High token membership, resources, community. Resources might be the right place to go. News, there might be the article about the merchandise, yeah. So yeah, that's the first big thing. Again, it's been 2 months, so more than 2 months since the team made radical changes that made the cards for now more or less useless, unless you only want to use them to spend your crypto like USDT, Ethereum, Bitcoin directly, yeah. And in those 2 months, they still haven't launched Spend to Earn. But the one thing that happened is they now launched or announced the merchandise. It isn't even launched yet. It's just, okay, here are like 2 t-shirts and a cap, and you will be able to order them from a site in the future. And then if you add your high name into the input field, depending on your membership tier, you might get some of it for free. Yeah. And that's the big, or not the big, but the thing that happened. Yeah. Despite 2 months of users pointing out that the new rates are not competitive anymore, that basically they got screwed over by saying, okay, like in December it was mentioned, okay, people will get grandfathered till the end of the year, but what they get is like they still get the same tier. So if you're platinum before, you're platinum now, but you don't get the same conditions, which is not grandfathering at all. It's just like, it's like, okay, a loophole. Technically, we grandfathered your membership tier, but the tier just changed, yeah. So yeah, like remains to be seen. It's really, I feel High would have the biggest potential on the market with everything they already have in place if they just would be able to come up with competitive rates, add support for Curve again, and improve their support response times, and obviously fix all the things like the slow transaction times with the cards that result in timeout times for users with double charges and whatnot, the endless times it takes for refunds, the automatic processing of perks, and so on. Yeah, so if the deal with Animoca Brands works out, they would have the money to do it. The question is if the management actually has the, I don't know, the will to do it. Like if they actually are willing to let common sense like to listen to the community feedback, and if they actually want to launch or keep a competitive product or not. Yeah. Anyway, we're hugely over time. Instead of 30 minutes, we're more than an hour now. Last thing to do, DJ Bomber said that the Bondex airdrop that he shared was on the official Discord. Yeah. I'm not sure if I have the Bondex Discord somewhere. That's all Pi. There. No, that's not Bondex. That's Bondex. Yeah. So, I honestly, I'm not too active there. There's like hundreds of unread messages in the Bondex Discord. So, can't see any airdrop there on. Oh no, there. We are thrilled to announce Bondex token due to major success. We have decided to launch Bondex token on the mainnet. Yeah, that's just, there you just fell for somebody that's a new member on the Discord. Yeah, so if you look here, so again, like verify. So while whoever that guy is, but that flag here, she says he's a new member on this Discord. So not somebody that is actually, that is actually, I'm 99% certain. Also, he doesn't have any, he actually has the community manager role on this. Maybe their Discord got hacked. Like that would be the, yeah, so that's definitely, wait. The official website is bondex.app. So my guess here would be that whoever that is, maybe it's one of the official team members. I have no idea. So like, yeah, I mean, I don't, let's say team. I'm not sure if they list everyone there. Ignacio, Kyle, Martin, what's the guy claiming to be here? John, yeah, so, okay, yeah, so, Just based on the domain, I would say it's like a complete, it's not the official John, because again, it says new member. And I guess the official community manager is already a member for a longer time. Probably worth checking, like maybe their Twitter, twitter.com/Bondex app or so. Yeah, no. Huh. That's really. Yeah, like that's really weird. So, but yeah, like, so I mean, the one flag, that there are two things that stand out there again, and that's why verify. It sucks obviously if it's on the official announcement channel, but what stands out is like, while that user has the community manager role and verified member, yeah, he literally just joined today. So it looks like they were somehow able to take over, or somebody that has permissions is involved in the whole thing. But I would expect the community manager to be part of the community already longer. Yeah, like we can probably, if we go to, where can we go? Like, is there some regular chat? Up 1 second. Links, rules, new members. I cannot write something where I can write. No permissions, introductions, no permissions. Okay, I would have to go somewhere to get permissions, I guess. Nope. Rules, browse channels, rules, YouTube, general chat. Okay, I don't have permission to write here either. Yeah, okay. I'm probably missing some onboarding step here. Yeah, so, but yeah, but otherwise I would check based on the member list, which I cannot see until I have the permissions, blah, blah, blah. If there is another John. And so basically, but the one thing that stands out is here that the flower icon or whatever icon there is usually means, sorry, I have to hide the message, that it's a new user. That user just joined today and suddenly he shares shit like that. Yeah. The second thing is that the domain doesn't check out. Yeah. So that bondex.fi is not the official domain, but bondex.app is the official domain. Yeah. And then, yeah, like the website is also not done properly. So it's like a cheap, quick knockoff of the official one to make it look like the official one. And you can even see that the links here still go to Bondex app. So only that fake claim thing here that they actually put on the homepage, where the official homepage probably doesn't have claim. Yeah, so they just copied the whole website and on the main page replaced the download part with the go here and claim. So I'm 99% certain that the Bondex Discord got compromised. Congratulations on the Bondex team to letting that happen. And yeah, good for you that you didn't fall for it. A pity for everyone that does. But yeah, that's why it's always important, like check the address bar. Like, are you on the right website? Does everything else check out? Like if a website then behaves like this, you can scroll like this. Yeah, like then clear sign something's not done properly here. Yeah, even on the official channels, that's what I mean. That's what I meant earlier. Even if on the official channels something is shared, wait at least a couple hours or maybe a couple days. So if it seems too good to be true and out of line with how everything else is going, wait a couple hours, maybe even a couple days for an official, like people either pointing out, oh, I got scammed, or people pointing, or the team pointing out, sorry, we got hacked. Yeah. Actually, I mean, right now that announcement has been up for 4 hours. I guess somebody from the Bondex team will address the situation soon. Sorry for everyone that fell for that grab here. Yeah. But yeah, like that's why we always have to be careful. Anyway, that's it for today. Huge overtime. I think we covered a lot of ground. I hope you were able to take something away from it. As always, if you have any questions, you can usually, as always, leave them in the video descriptions below the video. You can also leave them below this live stream if you watch it as a recording. I'm answering the comments usually once per day, and then we'll summarize everything or go through everything once per week in our Comment Chaos Live. Yeah, and that's it for now. So everyone else, I hope you all have a great day. Thanks for tuning in, and see you all in another live stream or in another video or another